Fitness, this is Dagmar. Today we're gonna practice how to stabilize our pelvis to decrease the back pain and increase the core strength. So we're gonna start with a couple exercises here. All what you need is either lying on the carpet, you can spread a towel on it, you can use the towel for a little cushion under your head. I like to put a little cushion under the head and the wall, so everyone can do it, no excuses. So we're gonna lay on our back, feet up against the wall, and first just take a nice deep belly breathing, just like Ruth was teaching us in the first video in our fitness corner last week. So make sure you come back to it, guys, all right? So now we have the feet up against the wall, and you can visualize you're just lying maybe on the beach in the sand and take a nice deep breath. So you'll be doing your belly breathing, several cycles of breath. So make sure you take a little time to find your bones really sinking into the sand. So you're gonna feel the base of the skull just nice and heavy in the sand. Your chin is a little tilted down, it's not up here. So the neck is without any tension. Then you feel your ribs nice and grounded. Shoulder blades evenly heavy in the sand, and then lower back is just lightly resting on top of that sand. So I'm not trying to imprint it into the sand. I don't want to tilt my pelvis, but keep it nice and elongated on that sand. And then of course our heavy butt in the sand, right? So heavy tailbone, heavy sacrum. Now your pelvis, it's very important that you totally feel like it's steady, right? So your pelvis, visualize it's like a piece of heavy concrete, like a block, heavy concrete that cannot tilt, no tilting pelvis, cannot rock side to side, forward, back, nothing. So now the feet are up against the wall, and now switch into your rib cage breathing. That's in the video number 1, 2, guys, okay? Ruth did last week. It's very important that you don't underestimate that technique, because the rib cage breathing can give you so much, you feel much stronger, right? And then you also work on that expansion to the rib cage, a lot of good stuff. Ruth explained in the video. So anyway, I'm moving my arms, but your arms gonna be by your sides, resting on the mat, probably in this position when they're facing your body. When the palm's facing down, the shoulder is more turned in. That's how we spend most of the day, in that position on the keyboard, right, on the steering wheel. If you're trying to turn your palms up, because we're so ignorant and rotated a lot of times, so then your shoulder might come up off the mat, so you want to keep it down. So then try what works the best for you, of course, but palms facing your body. All right? So now we're gonna take one foot off the wall, and you should not feel any instability in the lower back and the pelvis. Remember that concrete, right? That block? So now I'm talking, you're doing your rib cage breathing, you keep your leg up in the air, and it's a 90-degree angle in the knee and 90-degree angle in the hip flexion. We call it tabletop, right? So you have your favorite drink on your shin, on that tabletop. Hold it for a few seconds and really work on the stability. If you feel like whenever you're trying to bring the leg up, your pelvis is kind of shaky, it's not really that heavy piece of concrete, you know you need to work on this. You need to work on really getting stronger in that lumbar area and the pelvic area. All right? So the big progression, level 2, would be both feet off the wall. So now we have both feet off the wall, and now you start to really feel that, I call it like inner Spanx, right? So that's your deep core. And it's like a wide one around the middle, right? Diaphragm all the way down to your deep pelvic floor muscles, all right? And you start to feel how it's really bracing, like that tightening sensation, that, inner Spanx is really tight. And again, no bulging, no balloons in the tummy, flat and wide, heavy bones. Remember, we're in the sand, and you're doing your rib cage breathing. So you're expanding through the ribs, not through the tummy. Very important. So if you feel like, okay, this is all getting just into my hip, I'm also starting to feel like cramping in the hip, thighs getting all tight, like inside out. So then just turn your legs out a little, take a little diamond position. That might help, so you get more into your Spanx. Or maybe turn them in, like a little knock knees. They don't need to touch, but they rotate it in. So that's gonna, you know, those deep, the psoas muscle, those hip flexors cannot work as much. They like to work a lot, right? They're so powerful, but we want to focus more on the really that inner Spanx, right? And you hold it as you're breathing, and maybe you work up to a minute, but gradually. One day 10 seconds, next day 20 seconds, every day little by little. Take baby steps, all right? Now the big progression, I'm gonna move a little bit more away from the wall. So feet's gonna start down on the floor because you have no wall now. You go slowly into your tabletop. You activate your core, remember that inner Spanx, right? You're still in the sand, the same thing. We're not changing anything in that sense. But we're gonna add more body weight. So we're lengthening the lever, right? So my leg extended. Try not to go too low first, start more higher, then increase more weight going lower. So really make sure that you're not trying to go super low. You can add arms raised up in the air. So we're gonna do our dead back exercise. The back is not completely dead, it's still moving. It's very linear, so we're not going across the body or way too far. So it's like moving in train tracks, and it's a super slow motion. I can even pause and hold and breathe into my ribs. And make sure face, neck, shoulders, chest without gripping. Only gripping is your inner Spanx, right, guys? So this is level 3. So you want to start level 1, single leg up off the wall. Level 2, both legs, feet off the wall, tabletop, hold, breathe. And then level 3, you're dying, you're dead back. And then, of course, you finish with a release. So now I'm really kind of letting my lower back sink into the sand. And then I'm going to do a little rock side to side, roll the head, the opposite side, and the knees, release. So now you're just releasing. Pelvis is moving, no longer any heavy piece of rock, right? So great exercises on strengthening, especially that lumbar pelvic area. Once you add your arms, it's the whole, whole corset. But we're gonna roll on to the side. I would like you to do these exercises again 5-10 minutes a day. You're gonna feel a huge difference. Take small steps, baby steps, so you won't injure yourself, and then gonna sit you back. And also, guys, please let me know how you enjoyed the video. If there is any additional questions you have, I'm really happy to answer your questions. Guys, Ruth is traveling now. She's on the way to Miami. I think she's probably in there already. She has a big test out in front of her, so she's gonna make it. We need to wish her luck, a lot of luck. But she studied very hard for that, and once she comes back, this place, the studio, is gonna become a certifying center, so she'll be able to certify new instructors. So it's huge, so we all wish her luck. So you'll see more me than Ruth, all right? So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.